Do-do-do, Well, hello there, people. This is interesting. What are you guys doing up so late? Looks so clear. So I'm actually just setting up some cameras that I forgot that I had. Well, actually, I didn't forget that I have them, but I knew I had them. Uh, Oops, dropped something. But I wanted to fix up the setup on this side of stuff because every time I review the lives when I'm doing some kind of craft or whatever kind of thing, um, the picture looked distorted because the camera did what they call the fisheye, where the edges were really curved. So I just wanted to see if I forgot that I had, well, I didn't forget, but I do have a couple of GoPros available to me. And I know you can use the GoPro as a webcam. It's a little bit cumbersome to actually deal with, but I figured most of the time if I'm doing or if I'm using these GoPros, I'm out hiking somewhere, taking pictures with it, and then sharing it with family and friends. Um, but I figured let's give the GoPros a try, see how it looks as a webcam. And from what I'm seeing on my computer monitor set up here, um, looks at the quality of the picture looks really good. So, what do you guys think? But this was totally unplanned. So I guess going forward, if I do some kind of crafting video, or if I'm like demonstrating something live, um, I can actually use this or set up the GoPros. Again, it's a little bit cumbersome to do, but I will do it for you guys. um, what are you doing up, Tiffany? It's rather late for you, isn't it? What time is it? Almost 10? What time is it? Yeah, almost 10. Shouldn't you be in bed? June Hansen is here. Hi, June. Lisa is here. What are you doing up so late? Just testing out stuff. Um, and I also want to shoot a couple videos from here. So I don't want to like do a whole camp or don't want to reinvent the wheel about setting up a whole camera system. Because like when I do my regular videos, I'm usually sitting at my sewing machine, and all I really literally have to do is just turn the camera on and start recording and just go. But yeah, every time, or if I want to use this area of my whole crafting, whatever you want to call it, I would have to set up the cameras, set up everything, make sure that the sound is okay, set up move the computer, bring it here. So yeah, I figure if I got these GoPros, I can just kind of have it set up permanently here, and then when I'm ready to adjust, um, or if I need to take it off because I'm ready to go hiking or someplace, I can remove the GoPro. Yeah, it's a long story. So, but that's the gist of it. So, um, okay, how's the picture quality? Tiffany says it looks clear. Thank you, thank you. Guess who? Hey, Nancy. Hi, Diane. Um, Diane Watson says, I'm sewing bitty basket blocks. How bitty? 3 inches, 1 inches? Oh, well, if you say 1 inch, I'm gonna die. There is a yellow bar across the top. It's very noticeable. Yellow bar. Yellow bar. And Yellow bar that's very noticeable. Okay, I don't see it on my computer, but I'll have to check the recording of this. It's very clear. Can hear you good. Okay, thank you, June. Yellow bar. Oh, is that the light, perhaps? I'm having a bad day. It's been 2 years since Cyrus died. Oh, that's right. Oh, is it 2 years already? Wow. So my head is all over the place. Wow. Gosh, I can't believe. Has it really been 2 years? Wow. I guess so, because I was still living in Las Vegas, Los Angeles when it happened, and then that was part of the reason why I came to Las Vegas that weekend. I made that decision. So, um, wow, wow. Okay, you know what? Since we're on, okay, let's switch it to the dual cam here. See if this works. Yeah, it does work. Okay. And since we're on, and since I already have all of this, let's just make something. Or at least I can get started making something. I mean, I don't want to just kind of show up here and then all of a sudden, yeah, okay, we're done. Bye. Yeah. Wow, I can't believe has it really been 2 years? Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. 2 years today. Well, at least I don't know. I can't really think of anything positive to say, but time marches on, and we don't forget about our loved ones, but it still hurts, but eventually, life goes on. The volume is low. Okay, so let me turn up the volume to the maximum. Oh, one thing about this microphone system is the volume just teeter-totters very badly, so that should be better. Can you dim the light behind you? Okay. I can turn it off. There's a yellow bar. Oh, so when I stand up, it was noticeable, but I guess now, hopefully, it's not there. That might have just been the light, actually. So I have to figure out this lighting situation for this and make it look good. Otherwise, it just kind of, from my perspective, it just looks really, well, not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. So speaking of which, again, this is totally unannounced, kind of a last minute thing. I was more or less just trying to figure out the setup on this camera, but since we're here, I might as well start on something. So let's do a few. Let's make an Easter wreath because I got to use up this. All of these supplies. I'm in the phase of just trying to get rid of or use up stuff and kind of get rid of stuff too. So be expecting some giveaways on a future live. And I don't know. I've been toying with the idea of doing a late night live because I know there are people up. Well, obviously, you guys are all up. So, and I know that because we're on the West Coast, it's still kind of early our time, but for a lot of people, it's late because, or it's midnight on the East Coast, but um, there's still a lot of us that do late night crafts because either we're retired or we don't have any, or we don't work, uh, or we don't work early in the morning. And so there's a large community of us out there. Okay, decorative lights maybe. This actually is a decorative light. It's just in the camera, it shines really brightly, so I can kind of see why there's a little halo kind of coming out. I think I might want to put maybe, if I put it off camera and then just, I don't know, we'll figure it out. Hi, cutie. Bitty blocks are 4.5. The HSTs are 1.5 in the basket block. Wow. Okay, Tiffany says the camera's very clear. Thank you, thank you. It's the GoPro. Yeah, actually, these GoPro cameras are really good quality. Well, the more recent ones. Even better than your phone sometimes. I need scissors. I need scissors, and I need, where is my pipe cleaners? Did I put it away? I guess I did. Let's take out the pipe cleaners. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? And one of the cameras just turned off. Okay. So we'll have to be aware of that. Where are the pipe cleaners? The pipe cleaners, the pipe cleaners. And this is what happens when I start organizing stuff. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. There is the stash of pipe cleaners. There's that one. And then I thought I had just the regular felt ones, but I guess not. No, I'll just use these. Doesn't matter. It's going to get hidden anyway. Oh, no, I got these I can use. Okay. So we'll do a few of these. Da, 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 da. So let's see, what can I talk about? Well, speaking of anniversaries of people's passings, my mom, I finally got a chance to talk to my mom after a couple of months, and she made the call. Well, she called me to ask if I'm coming home this coming June. And I said, yeah, I'm trying to make it home. But then she said, no, don't try. You better come home. The reason being that this year marks the 10th anniversary of my father's passing. And in Asian culture, it's kind of a significant thing. So plus, I haven't gone home in the past 5 years or so. 5 years? Yeah. No, 5 years? Well, I haven't been home in a while, and I haven't seen my mom for a good time too. So she probably forgot what I look like. She doesn't do YouTube, so she doesn't see me on here. She doesn't know how to do YouTube, and thank goodness. Oh, now this camera went off. Okay, so that's something for me to be aware of. But yeah, Mom was like, "Are you coming home?" Because they want to do like a big celebration with the family. And I said, "Okay." So this June, I am going to be heading home. And it'll be nice to actually see what's changed, because last time I went, there was a lot of changes. And it'll be interesting to see how COVID affected everything and such. So, yeah, it'll be nice to go home. Kind of looking forward to it. Okay. Hi, Brenda. Brenda Boydell? Sorry, I know I butchered that last name. So sorry about your loss, Tiffany. I just finished another binge watching session of some of your latest postings. Okay. Oh, and I gotta remember to stay on camera too. There. So that'll be, so early part of the first weekend in June, I will be back home spending time and probably filming stuff too. See, what GoPro is it, Eric? I have the 9 and can't figure out how to use it as a camera. This is actually a GoPro 9. You do have to buy, there is a separate piece of the GoPro or an accessory that you do have to buy. It's called a GoPro Media Mod. Why did it beep? Oh, I don't know what that was about. Okay. But anyway, you do have to purchase that accessory, in which it allows you to use the GoPro as a webcam. If you get the more, like the 13, I think the 12 and the 13, you don't need the media modification. You can just use the GoPro directly as a webcam. And there's also a bit of software. And this is why a lot of people don't use a GoPro as a webcam, because the software, it sucks. It took me almost an hour to kind of work out the glitches, trying to make sure that the, I mean, even after I download the software, there's a lot of technical stuff that you got to do. So this is why a lot of people, again, don't use the GoPro, because while the camera quality is good if you're just, filming regular stuff and recording it, but the software, and this is kind of a problem with GoPro, as what I've heard. The software, if you buy software or any kind of technological thing, even this Media Mod accessory, it's like hit or miss. It can work, it might not work, in which then you got to take it apart or uninstall the software, reinstall it. So it's kind of a bit of a headache, which is why for the longest time I just didn't even use it. But hopefully the latest software updates have made it a little bit more stable for people to use, because yeah, a lot of YouTube influencers and camera people in the camera world, I mean, they were not afraid to tell GoPro what they really think of it as a webcam. So okay, can I come to Hawaii with you? Sure. Then I can finally meet your sister. Good morning, Remo. Good morning. Going home to visit is always nice. It'll be good for you, Eric. Yes, it will, Lisa. Can't wait for it. Oh, I got the name correct. Okay. Brenda Boydell? What ethnicity is that? Okay. So I'm just going to use this up. I know Easter is like fast approaching. Your mom is in Honolulu, right? Yes, she is. Or as she pronounces it, Honolulu or Honolulu. You know, what's her Japanese accent? No. Or sometimes she just calls it, or she tries to say Oahu. If she can't say that, she just calls it Oahu. Oahu. Just like, who's her favorite actor? Oh boy, Patrick Swayze. She can't say Swayze. She can say Patrick. Or she pronounced it Patriku. But Swayze, oh gosh. How does she say it? Sweezy. Sometimes she'll say swishy. And I'm like, yeah, Mom, that's not totally inaccurate because if you've seen Dirty Dancing, those hips, yeah. And if people are clueless about who she's even talking about, she'll go Patrick, the guy in Ghost. She can say Ghost. She's seen that movie. She loves that movie, actually. Okay. This one's being stubborn. Sweezy, Swayzy, Swishy. Then eventually she'll just get frustrated and say, the ghost guy. But the funnier part, though, speaking of ghost, she has no problem saying Whoopi Goldberg. I guess in Japanese phonetics, Whoopi, yeah, she can actually nail it. She said, Whoopi! Well, she doesn't, well, okay. Technically, she doesn't say Goldberg. She says Goldberger. Anyway, that's Mom. Then dang, I could go. Wouldn't it be funny if your mom was my sister's neighbor? It would be. It totally would be. Let's see. It's a Native American. This is Brenda saying it's a Native American name from the Kiowa tribe of Oklahoma. It means bright light or big and bright. It's my late husband's family name. Kiowa. Kiowa. Wait, is Kiowa... Forgive me for asking this. Is Kiowa different from Cherokee? Do I want to do one color or do I want to just mix it up? Let's mix it up. Let's mix it up. Let's mix it up. We'll mix it up and to green. Kiowa. Where do I know the Kiowa tribe? I know it from somehow. Um, or maybe I'm thinking of Osage. I did watch what was that movie called about the mysterious murders that took place? Were they Kiowa? I don't know. I can't remember. What was it? Moonlight? Something. My sister's neighbor is Asian and always completing my sister on her super long, beautiful white girl hair. She tells me all the time about this woman. Okay. Well, I don't know if you knew this, but my mom was a barber or beautician. In fact, that's how she landed. Well, that's sort of how she landed in Hawaii. Um, she always wanted to go to beauty school, and so for when she turned 18, there was somebody that actually taught her, make how to do hair and whatnot. I don't think she did makeup, just maybe hair. But anyway, that was always my mom's dream. So when she moved to Hawaii, that's one of the first jobs that she did. She she didn't she didn't do it for long because, well, of course, she got pregnant with my three brothers, and so they needed the money. So that's when she also took some odd jobs, being hostess at a bar, salesperson at various companies. Then eventually she got a job with Duty Free Shoppers, and that's where she stayed for a good 40 years. But then she retired in 2009 after 40 years. And I gotta say, she's got a very generous retirement package. But yeah, my mom, she wanted to be a beautician. And still to this day, she does her own. She cuts her. Well, she doesn't cut her own hair, but she still dyes her hair, or she still dyes her own hair at home. And then me being the son who's like brutally honest to her about those type of things, she always asks me, "Well, what do you think?" And I'm like, "Really?" If she were to ask my brothers about, that age old question, does this make me look fat? My brothers just totally avoid answering that because they know they can't get away with giving her the honest answer. But she will ask me that, and I don't care what she thinks or if she gets mad at me. I would just tell her straight up, yep. Does it make you look fat? No, the dress doesn't make you look fat. It's other things that do. And I'm the only one that can get away with saying that to her, which is why more so that my brothers want me to kind of watch over mom, at least from a distance. And once in a great while, I get a call from my mom about, well, it used to be about how to set the timer on the DVD player or remember the VCR players? It used to be about that, but now how to set the timer on her phone, how to connect to a Zoom call. She doesn't do it as much anymore because, well, my brother's she finally got tired of waiting for me to call back on these things, and so she started to bother my brothers about it. Yeah. But that's mom. But whatever mom wants, if it's we get it for her because it's mom. Yeah. One of the hey Jackie. Hey, good morning, Donna. Well, good evening or late evening for me. But yeah, this was a totally unplanned live for those of you that are just coming in. I'm just actually testing out some camera equipment. I wanted to see if these or what the feasibility of using these GoPros as webcams and how cumbersome it'll be. So I figured just turn it on. Let's give it a test. And I know there's got to be some people out there that are crafting or sewing. By the way, what are you guys doing up so late? Hi, Jill. But I don't know. Maybe I should do this as a regular occurrence where we're just kind of once in a while doing a late night craft. Because right now there's 19 of us here. It's 1 a.m. in Tennessee time. That's Donna Hoskins. Wow. I know for the West Coast people, it's still a little early still. So I need to go to bed, have an early rise in the morning. Good night, June. I just woke up and found you. Okay. Whoops. Okay, I'm still here. Both the cameras just shut off at the same time. Oh, that's weird. So that's something I'm going to need to be aware of, is that these cameras are turning off. And having to reconnect them. Okay, so that's a glitch that seems like GoPro still hasn't worked out. And I think it's because it's overheating. Maybe. Anyway. Yeah, it's only 10:15. We haven't hit party time. Isn't party time all the time? Party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Is that from the 80s? Oh, gosh. Party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Playing catch up on some chores. Had workmen in the house for several hours today. That's Jackie. So, question for you, Tiff. Did you still want to do the tulip pink butterfly? Because now schedule is being freed up a little bit, especially on Sundays. So I don't know if you wanted to just do if you still are interested in doing that. Jill, I am just working. Well, I'm getting. This is Deco Mesh, if you don't know what this is, and I use this to actually create some wreaths. So I'm just preparing or just doing my, what I call these, my little bundles here, in which I'm going to tie this and bunch these together around a wreath form. So if you've never seen me make these, here's a Halloween themed one that I did. So what I'm working on right now is putting together this purple. Like on this one, I just did all purple, but I'm doing multiple colors on this one. So this will be an Easter theme wreath. And I'm just doing it because I want to use up the material. And I'm trying to, I'm in a habit or in the process of actually either giving it away or using it up. Because I don't want to say downsize. How do you want to say? Make room. So I'm just getting some of these bundles, these Deco-Mesh bundles ready. I actually wanted to do a late night live tomorrow night, or for some of you later on tonight. So, yeah, I've been waiting for you to do the darn quilt. Okay, so let's talk later about that, Tiff, and then we can kind of discuss how we I don't know how we're gonna do this. Jill Thomas is very creative. Love the idea. Oh, thank you, thank you. I actually learned this from another YouTuber. What's her name? Jean? No, is it some Jean's Wreath Room? I think is what her YouTube channel is. But I mean, there's a ton of YouTubers that actually do wreath making. So, and it's surprisingly simple once you get the hang of it. The hardest part is actually just dealing with this Deco-Mesh because it gets stuck everywhere and it frays a lot. But once you get the hang of how to manage it, it's so easy to do. Just takes time, like anything else. So, okay, what else? What other news can I talk about? You can come here for a Saturday and we can go live together in person, or you can just come visit just to visit. Yeah. I was actually thinking of if we used like a Zoom, because I did a couple nights ago, I did do a live, but I used Zoom instead. So if we do it that way, I just don't know how to broadcast it to both channels. That I still haven't figured out, but it is. But again, we can talk about it later, or we can talk about it off camera. And the pink. And I just want to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Okay, now I got that song stuck in my head. Oh, here's a bit of news, but don't go blabbering this to everybody. I did hand in my 2 weeks notice. So, yeah, finally got a little bit fed up of certain things and then found a new position. And, well, let's just say the big boss took it a little better than expected, although he does have a poker face, so I don't know if what's going to happen when I go to work tomorrow. Problem with Zoom is I don't have a good laptop camera, but I do have a few cruddy webcams I could use. I also have no clue how to double channel Zoom either. I don't think you can on Zoom, but I mean, if it means just choosing one channel over the other, I'll just say just broadcast it on your channel because you get more views than I do on the Zoom or on your lives. So to me, that part doesn't, I mean, kind of doesn't matter to me. And besides, a lot of the subscribers that we both have watch both of us anyway. Yeah. Let's see, what else can I talk about? I just want to finish some of these and then. How long have it? Wow, have I been on for 40 minutes already? I don't know. Anybody got questions for me? Or any, well, what is everybody working on? Because I know some people might have mentioned, some people didn't. Mm. Where are you going, Eric? Do you have something lined up? I know you can't reveal too much, but don't leave us hanging. I actually was offered a different position with a different company. So I do have something lined up. Um, Trying not to count my ducks before the egg, or whatever that saying goes, because I haven't received the formal letter yet. However, it's on a handshake deal, and this, a lot of business I'm finding out, especially here in Las Vegas, it's on handshake deals and not informal contracts. So I don't want to jinx it, but I'm kind of um, looking forward to just making the switch to this new company. And of course, I can't reveal too much about what's been going on with my current employer, but let's just say, personally, I'm not really happy about it. But yeah, they'll be in Las Vegas, and there's professionally, if I can say it that way, there is, how do I say, there's an outside consultant that I work with, and I think this company is actually one of his clients as well. He doesn't know that I'm making the switch because I haven't told them yet, but he might be happy that I am. And that actually might be one of the reasons why they chose me, but they didn't say. So, yeah, hopefully all the ducks or all the, why can't I think of it? Everything lines up and this transition is smooth. So, how do you like living in Vegas? Well, aside from the heat, Vegas is I do like it in the fact that there's less traffic. Cost of living here is a little lower than what it is in California, although that is very quickly changing because Vegas has one of the highest inflation rates in the country right now. And so things are skyrocketing. And with all the tariffs, or the threat of the tariffs, everybody's kind of getting scared because, and the travel rules. I mean, if you think about it, or a good chunk of the people that visit Las Vegas to the casinos and spend money here, they're all foreigners, or a good chunk of them are foreigners. So we haven't, it'll be interesting to see how all of that impacts the tourism here, in which we were kind of having a discussion about that with my current company, because everything, the whole economy here is driven around the casinos and tourism. And there goes the camera again. Sorry. So we just don't know what kind of impact we're going to get. Even though we're not directly in the tourism or the visitor industry here, we do get affected by it. So yeah, it'll be quite interesting. I was why do I have that here? I was actually doing some grocery shopping this past weekend, and I've noticed some of the prices in the groceries. I mean, just within the last month or so, they went up about 25 cents, 20 to 50 cents more. So if that's any indication. And I've been kind of keeping my eye on the price of eggs. And I think we're approaching the $20 mark here. Yeah, so a dozen eggs for $20. Geez. And it's not organic either. It's just regular eggs. Good night, Jackie. Get your ducks in a row. Thank you, Donna. Couldn't think of that saying. I took apart several pieces of my son's army camo and now need to choose or make a pattern. Okay. Camel quilts. I think camel quilts are kind of pretty. But then again, camel quilts and camel backpacks. I think those camel print is very good for those type of things. Camel quilt and camel backpack. Okay. Let's see. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get the wreath form and I'll get it started, or just at least get the wreath started. I'm not going to finish it tonight, and we'll probably continue it either tomorrow night or maybe Friday night, but we can at least get it started. Wreath form. Do-do-do-do. Okay, so here's my little Decomish bundle. I'm just gonna wrap it around the middle two rings here. Or let's see, do I have a sign? I think I have a sign somewhere. Do I want to do the middle or do I want to do the outer two? Let's do the middle. I'll use this sign. I'm so glad our son's chickens are laying again, so for now we get them free. Aw, you're so lucky, Nancy. I am jealous. I haven't, I was thinking about baking something, and I'm like, I don't want to spend that kind of price for eggs. I used to bake a lot. Don't bake as much anymore. I still can. But I used to bake a lot of cakes and take it to the office. And yeah, anytime people see me with that cake, those cake carrier things, oh boy, they would follow me. Even the receptionist, she would announce it on the PA system. Okay, cake, 6th floor. And you would hear the stampede come. It's like a cattle call. Eggs are ridiculous. Our prices dropped to $6 a dozen. I think right now, Lisa, ours, when I last checked it, it was $18 a dozen. So we're gonna hit the $20 mark very soon. I just have a feeling. When we want eggs, we just go eat at Denny's on the 2, 4, 6, 8 menu. It's cheaper than buying a dozen. Well, I would do that. Problem is, I need to bake. So it's not exactly for eating. Actually, I think the Denny's here had to do a price adjustment for it. So they're not honoring the 2468 price. It's $579 more. Or they substitute the eggs for something else. That was what the waitress explained. I do know that Nevada is kind of considering, or in order to help drive the price of eggs down, they're talking about temporarily. There's that rule that the chickens have to be free range. So I think Nevada is considering, just for the time being, not having or having our chicken farmers, or getting rid of that requirement of having chickens, free range chickens, for the time being, just so that they can kind of drive the cost of egg production down. I don't know where that bill is right now. I know they proposed it. Good night, Lisa. Costco has 10 counts for $18. Well, these days I can't even find eggs at Costco because everybody's buying that. So by the time if I don't go there first thing in the morning, the whole pallet is gone. 60 count for 18. Wow. 60 count. Whoa, for $18? That's kind of, considering that I'm paying $18 for a dozen, that's considerably cheap. Okay, so maybe I should have actually bundled in one single color, or did my bundles. That's okay. It's gonna look fine when I start putting all the other stuff in there. So this is just the base layer. Okay, so I'm just gonna add some of these bundles on. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. It took 9 to fill all of that. Wow. Usually I get it in 6. So just adding it. Pull this one up, so pull that up, and we'll tie this down. All this egg talk. Now I'm hungry for some eggs and bacon. Yeah. Actually, I could go for some steak and eggs right now. And a side of crispy bacon. Ooh, Norms. That is something I do miss of Southern California. There's a local diner called Norms, and they have a, what is it? Quarter-pound T-bone steak, 2 eggs, and your choice of hash brown or pancakes. $21.99. Used to be $14.99. They just opened a location here in Las Vegas, and I hope they open more. That was my go-to place in Los Angeles to get breakfast. If I didn't want to go to McDonald's and have an Egg McMuffin, I would go to Norm's. Okay, just a few more. Yeah, I'll do a few more and then we'll call it alive. I didn't actually intend to stay on this long. About an hour, so that'll be good. And I'm just kind of smushing it down, bunching it up, make it look a little bit more full. This is funny, that first section took 9. Was it 9 that I counted? I think it was 9. And this section, not as much. Huh. Because look at this. Well, I guess the more as you do it, it gets full rather quickly, so. And the camera went off again. So, oh, it is hot. So it is overheating, and that's why it's shutting down. And this is the final one. Wow. Don't get it too tight, you won't be able to add decorations. Actually, this is considerably loose for me. But yeah, I mean, even if I do like squish it down tighter, I mean, the thing about deco mesh is you can always like reshape it, or there's enough room there to just kind of wiggle or kind of find the base. So yeah, I'm usually not that worried about getting it too tight. So and a lot of times I just push it aside and just make room anyway. So like here, yeah. Okay. So, well, I'm going to continue on doing more of this, but I'll do it off camera. Let's see, face scan, transition, there we go. Hi. where do you get the mesh from? This particular one, I do get it from the Dollar Tree. $1.25 for, what is it, 9 yards of, or 5 yards of roll. And I got a total of 6. 2 of each color. So 2 of the green, 2 of the pink, 2 of the blue. I might need to go back and get some more though, because for whatever reason this one seems like it's taking, or this wreath form is a little bigger than I normally work with, so I do need to get more mesh to fill it up. I think it's a bigger wreath form. It seems bigger. No, it's about the same size. Anyway, I'll just get another one anyway. Or if I have I'll look through the stash to see if I have any extra of these colors, which I should. Yeah. What day are you going to do your lives? Oh, hi, Irish Cell Lady. So right now the schedule, it's not like I just kind of turned on the cameras and went for it tonight. Usually I do have a live on Saturday mornings. The first Saturday, right now it's the first Saturday and the third Saturday of the month. I might pop in every now and then late at night because maybe I'm working something and I just want to turn the cameras on, just like tonight. Was just kind of setting up stuff. I am planning on doing a live tomorrow night, probably starting a little earlier, but it's going to be kind of towards the maybe around 8 or 9 o'clock Pacific time. And I'll be working or finishing up this wreath here. But the only scheduled lives that I do have is, again, the first Saturday and the third Saturday, starting at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Any other time, it's just kind of more or less coincidental. I'll try to put a post up on the community tab about it. But right now, I don't have a set schedule for like a late night live. I can say that it keeps getting your voice off your lips with the camera. Okay. This microphone has a problem with that. Yeah, so I will have to take a look at the replay, and I might just switch to like an actual microphone. This one is a wireless, so it might not be syncing correctly. Well, that's what it sounds like. And even when I'm watching the TV or watching the computer monitor, there's actually a delay between what I'm doing and what I see on the computer monitor. So yeah, we'll have to work out the kinks with that. But at least I know that the GoPros, for now, they're pretty decent in terms of doing a live. I might just use it to do this switch the cameras, but I might just use it to do the overhead shot and then have a different camera doing the face shot. This way, if you see me talking, you're not watching a kung fu movie where the lips move and then the sound comes later, because I know that's irritating too. Tonight was a nice surprise. Okay, Barbara. So, let's see. Let me just kind of scroll back a little bit, see if I missed any questions, or if I missed your question, just go ahead and put it in the chat now. But we're gonna get off here pretty soon. Osage is also a tribe currently headquartered in Oklahoma, more towards the eastern part of the state. Okay, so I wasn't crazy, but are they Kiowa? I just don't remember what tribe they are. Oh, okay. Very different. Kiowa is a plains tribe, and Cherokee is a woodland tribe from the east. That's right. That's right. Um, Sorry, I'm just playing catch up on the comments. It's 1:20 a.m. I'm perusing the dessert recipes for Easter. Cupcakes? Um, don't count your okay. I know I read that. I know I read that. Good that you have options. Okay. Okay, and then we started talking about eggs. Change is always ongoing. Even in the time I'm here, we went from a 2-lane highway to an 8-lane highway. Tourists are annoying, but this is a tourist town. I want to move to a country type area, but money. Okay, that was Irish Sail Lady. Can certainly understand that. A lot of people don't know this, but when you venture, like everybody comes to Las Vegas in the state of Nevada, or they go to Reno, but there's actually other towns in between Reno and Las Vegas, and even the capital. Um, it's not Las Vegas and it's not Reno. It's I forgot what the name of this town is, but I actually went passing through there, and I'm like, really? This is the state capital? And there's a lot of how do you say, like old style ghost towns, mining towns, former mining towns that are all over Nevada. So I guess what the further out you go into the country, the less conveniences you do have. Because like even my cell phone, when I was passing through this one town, it had no cell phone connection. So I was hoping and praying that the GPS didn't get disconnected, in which it didn't. So thank goodness for that. All right, guys. I am going to call this a live. Again, this was kind of a surprise or a last minute thing. I am going to, or at least I'm planning to do a scheduled live tomorrow night. So probably start around 8 p.m., maybe 9:30, and the light is flickering because the battery's running out. So yeah, but thank you guys for joining me on this very unannounced and very last minute live. Again, I was just testing out some camera equipment, and we got some refining to do, but looks like this will work. So yeah, have a good evening, have a good morning wherever you are in the world, and of course as soon as I start doing that, the camera gets overheated. But let me just say my goodbye. Is the camera back on? Is it on? Is it on? It's coming. It's booting up. So we'll have to do something about these cameras turning off. And why did it switch to that? Okay. Anyway, good night, everybody. I will see you tomorrow night. And yeah, that's a live. That's a wrap.